Old school. Still using that Carmex.
Yeah. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Lips moisturized.
Yep.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our podcast, Two Sisters, A Different Point of View. This is a podcast where we talk about any and everything under the sun, whatever we want to talk about, basically. I am your host, Nikki, and I am joined by my sister.
Angie.
All right. That's loud. Good grief. All right. Um, so man, I keep getting notifications. Um, what's the craziest thing your children have ever done, Angie?
The craziest thing my children have ever done.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Dang, I can't think of anything right off the top of my head.
I can't.
uh, what's the craziest thing your children have ever done?
Well, Akila
Oh,
called
okay.
911 before. Oh, you thought of one? You could tell yours after mine. Akila
I might not.
called, she called 911, but hung up. But you know, when you hang up, they still send somebody out.
Mhm.
And, so it was a I saw a policeman walking all around the house and everything. And I'm like, why they out there? And then they finally came to the door.
When did this happen?
This was I was in the house on Flamingo.
Okay.
So it's been some years.
Hmm.
So I opened the door and they said that somebody had called 911. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. That's the craziest thing Akila has ever done. What did you think of?
Oh well, I guess the weirdest thing was when Kiema was a baby
Hmm.
and he would pull her hair out and
Oh,
like she was gonna eat it or something. Because she would have like bald spots like all throughout her head and stuff. I just
so
thought
she
that,
pulled it out of her scalp.
yeah. I mean, I think it came out like over time, but
Mhm.
it wasn't like real obvious. But since I knew how her head was supposed to look,
Right.
tell that she had pulled it out because she would just sit in the back seat. I don't know what she was doing, just I don't know what she was doing, but it was coming out, and she'll just have like things of hair in her hand.
Yeah. That'll be a let me see. I guess the craziest thing she ever did was cut her locks when she cut her hair off. When I had it in some twist that I was gonna let lock, and she cut about 10 of them off. But that was she do a lot of crazy stuff though, to be honest. she
And she's the baby, right?
yeah, she say a lot of crazy stuff and she do a lot of weird stuff. Kwame, my oldest son, I think the funniest thing that he ever did was when he was maybe 2 or 3, and I used to do exercises, just from the TV when they used to come on, and I think I used to watch Denise Austin. I think that's her name. Do that sound familiar to you?
Oh, yeah, that sounds familiar.
Yeah, I think I used to work out to her stuff on TV. But anyway, it was a commercial for some kind of exercise equipment that came on, and he gonna look at me and tell me, "Ma, you should get that so you can have that body you always wanted." Because that's probably exactly what they said in the commercial. But that was so funny. He was always saying some funny stuff too. I remember one time he asked me to turn the sun down because it
What?
was too bright.
Kwame said that. That's funny.
Yeah. But you don't remember any, what about a side?
I was just trying to think of something for a second. How come my light just went out? Seems like it's going in and out.
I don't know.
It's back now. So let's see, with a side. I can't think of anything right off the top of my head with a side.
Um,
Oh, when he was young, he used to have a Audi,
uh-huh.
and it was real big, and he used to squeeze it.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Did he ever have one too?
Yeah, but it wasn't as big as a size.
Oh,
Yeah, so I thought that's funny to me.
yeah. I remember one of them you could like squish it and it seemed like you could hear fluid moving around in it.
That was the side.
That was weird.
Yeah,
Well, this 4-year-old little boy, did you hear about this?
I knew it had to be tied in with something. No, I haven't.
Girl, it says 4-year-old hacks mom's Amazon Prime account and orders 51 boxes of SpongeBob SquarePants popsicles.
What?
Girl,
A 4-year-old?
4-year-old. And I'm trying to find the total, how much it cost.
I know that was a black child.
Yeah, he was black.
That sounds like something a black child would do. Wow, that show goes to show how smart they are too.
Right. Oh, there it is. Just under $2,619.
What?
I mean, where you gonna even put all them, first of all?
Wow.
I wonder if they gave her money back. They
They
probably did. But that's,
wow, 4 years old.
yep, Noah Ruiz. Ruiz. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Ruiz.
It's like on one hand, of course you will be upset and stuff, but it's like you can't even really be mad at him.
Right, because he only 4.
He don't know what he doing. All he knows he want him some SpongeBob
Right.
stuff, and he gonna get it.
But they got a picture of him standing on top of one of the boxes eating one of the popsicles. So I
They
guess they were understanding.
might have, gave her money back, and what they gonna do? Take the stuff back? Because that's like free
Right.
publicity for them.
Mm-hmm. And Amazon, they refund anything, just about. They don't be caring. But it was 918 boxes. Wow. I
Wow.
could see Zobia doing something like that.
Don't give her any ideas.
Girl, a trip.
Ooh, that's funny.
He's so cute.
You're gonna have to send me the picture so I can see what he looks like.
Okay. Let me I'll show you real quick. Where's my where's Zoom? I can't find Zoom. Oh, there he is. Oh, here it is. You see him?
Oh yeah.
Ain't he cute?
Yeah. He probably was just pushing numbers too. He ain't know.
That's why too. I try not to keep my credit card linked to stuff
Hmm.
for that exact.
Oh yeah. Yeah, because then you don't have to putting it in. Because I was like, how would he even put the credit card in? But she probably had it
Right.
programmed so it would just do it automatically.
Mm-hmm. She know better now, I bet.
And she know to lock her computer too. Ooh, that's you got to keep your eye on these children.
Mm-hmm. They just be knowing how to work this stuff, this
Yeah,
electronic stuff. It's like I
yes,
don't know how to do that.
right. First of all, how you even know how to get to Amazon? That's how you know how to spell it. It's so many questions.
It could have just been the what is it called? The little symbol, and all you have to do is click on it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Zoe probably.
it's funny because children they're really tech savvy and computer savvy, but older people they have a hard time.
Right. typing like this. And
Hey,
you know you took typing in school.
exactly, Nikki. I remember taking typing on the
Mhm.
typewriter.
Right. That's
Mhm.
weird to people now.
Yes. Yeah.
But in home ec, I think they were phasing out home ec when I was in school because I never took it. Did you take home ec?
I think I took it in junior high because I remember we made some cinnamon rolls one time. And that's
Uh,
the first time I had tasted homemade, I think homemade anything
oh,
as far as bread,
don't be throwing mama out there like that.
No, I'm talking about bread and stuff.
Oh,
Cause those cinnamon rolls, ooh, I still remember them, girl.
I bet those were good.
They
You
was
remember how to make them?
yeah, me and Kiana had made some one time. They were good.
That's like one of my favorites because I love bread. I love sweet stuff. So
Mhm.
put that together. That's perfect.
I should have made some now. I wonder if I got all the ingredients.
Speaking of the children, that was a funny one. Here's a not so funny one.
Oh,
Girl, mom charged after daughter nearly died from severe lice infestation.
ew.
Right, girl, that's just disgusting. But it says an Indiana woman faces child neglect charges after investigators said her 4-year-old daughter nearly died from a lice infestation so severe doctors had to give her multiple blood transfusions.
Man.
Cheyenne Singh, 26 of Scottsburg, was arrested Tuesday on 3 felony counts of neglect of a dependent. She remained in custody Friday at the Scott County Jail. It says the police were contacted after Singh's daughter was brought to a hospital. Doctors declared her a near fatality because lice had fed off of her for so long, according to a probable cause affidavit.
Ew.
The girl was so ill she could not walk, and the Department of Child Services supervisor told police the child's blood hemoglobin levels were at 1.7, which they should have been at 12.
12.
And she also had a 6-year-old sister who had lice.
Ew.
Both children had been okay, this is where I was confused. Both children had been placed in the care of their maternal grandparents in April. The siblings' grandmother told police that she tried to take care of their lice with treatments, but a pharmacist told her she needed to take the kids to the hospital.
Mm.
So, if they were in the custody of the grandparent, why is the mom in trouble? And then it say when Singh's mother confronted her about the state of her grandchildren, Singh allegedly said that she didn't notice and that she was just in a fog. So were they in the custody of the grandparents or the mama?
Mm. That is confusing.
I wonder if it's a mistake in the article. But yeah, how you not notice? Oh, girl.
And don't that stuff, don't it make you itch? I know it's making me itch
Right.
right
Exactly.
now.
I'm itching too, Angie.
That's gross. And then for them to be so young. Oh.
Right. I mean, you still be hugging on them and kissing all on them and stuff at that age. You didn't notice nothing?
And that wouldn't she have it too?
Right. Ugh. Oh, girl. You know what lice look like?
Don't they look like those little white worms or something?
That's what I thought.
And then they for them to be
That's
moved.
before they hatch, right?
Ugh, girl, I can we
Ugh.
something else?
That's just so nasty. I don't get it.
That's sad too.
Right. I, to the point that your child almost died and you ain't noticed nothing.
Mhm. It's like at that point you gotta just leave embarrassment, whatever reason she
Mm,
had for not taking them. to the hospital, you just got to leave that at the front door because your child's life is in jeopardy at this point.
Right.
How you even let it get that far?
Exactly. I remember when the children were going to school, it seemed like I was getting a letter home at least twice a week. Seemed like that. So somebody had lice in the school, and check your child's head for lice. But I had never like it wasn't that prevalent, I guess, when Akila was younger.
Mhm.
So like at least twice a week, I was getting a letter sent home. And at
And
first,
then I know that kind of issue, black people don't tend to get it like white people or as
yeah,
often or as much or
right.
or
Because I
whatever.
know they can, but it's not like with white people. And they
Because
say
it has something to do with the hair follicle, don't
it say it's because black people tend to, put a lot of oils and stuff in our hair,
it?
and so, I guess they can't breed
Oof,
like that. So, even though we can get it, it's just not
right,
as bad with white folks.
right. Because I think I might have got a letter once when Asad was in elementary school and he was going to public school. I
Mm,
think I might have got one letter, but that was so long ago.
yeah, I was getting it a lot, and I used to think it was somebody in his class or in Zobia's class because she used to get them too. And
For real?
yeah, which is weird because they were even in separate schools.
Mm.
So, and but I guess if somebody in the school get it, they send it a letter home with everybody.
Um,
So it
you-
didn't mean it was necessarily somebody in the class.
yeah, I guess that would make sense because you wouldn't want to narrow it down where people could figure out who it
Who
is
it is, yeah.
because I guess that's like on the side of a medical situation or something, right?
Yeah. Ugh, child. Do you be sharing articles on Facebook?
Sometimes.
I share. I think yeah, I share sometimes too. And, what am I looking at? That is not what I clicked on. Oh, there it is.
Why you have an article that you're going to share or that you did share?
Well, I'm not going to share the article. I was just going to talk about it. But it says Facebook wants to make sure you've read the article you're about to share.
What?
Girl, yeah, that's so stupid. Just let me share what I want to share.
Right.
And,
How would they even? Well, I guess, yeah, I guess it is a way that they can see if you clicked on the article itself.
yeah, because I've started getting pop-ups on my phone after I did this update where each site I go to, like if I'm on Twitter, it'll ask me something about sharing my information or something.
Mhm.
And I can press that it's okay or not to allow it. It's
Mhm.
been doing that. You haven't gotten any of those? Yeah, I've been getting those on my phone. But this says Facebook has announced on Twitter that it will start testing a pop-up that asks users if they're sure they want to share an article that they haven't opened. The pop-up will prompt users to read the article, but they can also choose to continue sharing it if they want. So I imagine it's kind of like the pop-up I've been getting about sharing
Um,
my information. I can, or I don't have to.
mm,
But I'm trying to see if I can get to the comments because people was tripping in the comments on that.
about making sure that they read the article.
Talking about oh wow, somebody said if they know the poster hasn't opened the article to read it, they should also post a little annotation to everyone else that has to see that article that states that the person posting that article did not open it up to read it. Why?
Right. If you want to read it, whether somebody read it or not, that's dumb.
It's the stupidest thing. But it seemed like most people were against it though.
Mhm. Is that you?
Mm-hmm. I get so many notifications. But people were saying it's an invasion of privacy and, their
Yeah,
rights and all this stuff.
it's already invading your privacy now because you can't talk about nothing and then you'll see an ad. And I'm like, I was just talking about it. I didn't do any, you know, research on it, but they'll still know that you're talking about it.
Right. Oh, people are also saying that it'll help keep people from spreading misinformation, which I don't get that either.
I wonder if that's tied in with like the vaccine and stuff.
That's
And
exactly what I was thinking, Angie.
so they don't want people to share.
Yeah,
Probably.
because I noticed when I do share something, like if I just send it to you on Messenger, it'll say something like this article contains information or something about COVID-19. Are you sure you want to share this? Like,
It almost like they treat us like we're children. We don't know any better.
mm-hmm.
And make us
Just because somebody posts an article, first of all, if I'm sharing it, that don't mean I agree with the article.
right.
You know what I mean? Make your own. I might have just thought it was interesting. The stupid things they come up with trying to control folks.
Look at Nikki using a social media slang word.
What'd I say?
Did you say troll?
Oh no, I said trying to control folks.
Oh, I thought you said troll.
That's a good one too. I can use troll in a sentence, Angie. That was actually, I didn't have that much today. So I'm gonna go to this one I had where the one I was telling you about, the the doctor
Mhm.
that kept, where the guy wouldn't say her name.
Oh, yeah.
That's is old news now, but I still thought that was a trip. So let me go to that. Okay, you see it?
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Mrs. Rosario has something about one of those.
It's Dr. Rosario. Thank you. Sir.
Mrs. Rosario has something about.
Dr. Rosario.
Well, I'm sorry. Your name says on here, Carrie Rosario. Hey, Carrie.
It's Dr. Rosario.
You got something.
I would call you Tony, so please, sir, call me as I would like to be called. That's how I'm identifying.
It doesn't really matter. We're here.
It matters to me. It matters to me. And out of respect, I would like you to call me by the name that I'm asking you to call me by. Thank you.
Your screen says Carrie Rosario.
I'm verbalizing my name is Dr. Carrie Rosario. And it really speaks very negatively of you as a commissioner to be disrespectful. What does this mean for me and other residents who live on a well who now have paved development coming in and potentially messing up our quality of drinking water? That is not making a safe neighborhood for me where it currently exists as a safe neighborhood. And I think that's something that needs to be included in conversations moving forward, so that the developer is accountable to the community within which it's situating its development.
Mr. Collins, yes and thoughts?
I did. I think that we kind of lost our way on what we're talking about here. We're here to approve the standards that have been presented. And if Mrs. Rosario has something about one of those.
It's Dr.
standards,
Rosario. Thank you.
if Mrs. Rosario has something about.
Dr. Rosario.
Well, I'm sorry. Your name says on here, Carrie Rosario. Hey, Carrie.
It's Dr. Rosario.
You got something.
I would call you
about
Tony, so please, sir,
Yeah.
call me as I would like to be called. That's how I'm
It
identifying.
doesn't really matter.
Okay.
That's straight up racism, sexism, all the isms you could think of.
Yeah.
I would say racism first and then sexism after that.
Yeah.
Because she's a Black woman, he didn't want to call her doctor, and she's a woman. And then gonna have the nerve to call her by her first
First
name.
name, yeah. Just kept getting even more and more disrespectful.
That was straight up disrespect, especially after she said, "I want you to call me doctor." I mean, if she said, I identify as a male, he probably would have started saying he.
Right.
But because she's a
Exactly.
doctor.
No problem.
Right. Man, that was straight up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Girl, you get my blood pressure
I
up.
know. Why I end on that?
Girl, but that's how they do, because I think I mentioned this before when Kiama was younger and she was going to this public school.
Mhm.
And when I would go, they would call me. I mean, they would say Miss Muhammad,
Mhm.
and I had to correct them. I'm like, it's Mrs. Don't just assume that because I'm a Black woman that I'm a single mother. And it seemed like that they assume that you're a single mother first before they even think that you're married. And I sure did correct them, Mrs. Muhammad.
Yeah, that's funny because I've had when I had just Kwame, my oldest son, um, it was a couple of times where somebody had said something about babies having babies, where I could hear it, like because I knew they was talking about me.
What?
But I was old enough I was what, 21? So, but I know I looked younger and they probably thought I was
A
you
teenager?
know. Mm-hmm. So people can just really be downright rude.
They can.
Mhm.
They can.
Yeah. So, with that being said, did you have anything that you?
Today is Miss Farrakhan's birthday.
Oh, okay.
I think he's 88 years old. And so this evening, I think it's at 7 p.m. You can actually listen to him and see him perform Ludwig Beethoven. Is that how you say his name?
Beethoven.
Yeah, he's going to be playing the violin, one of his pieces.
And
So
that's tonight.
yeah, for his birthday anniversary.
Okay.
So that's a good note.
Yeah, although it'll be over by the time I put this up, but you probably could still go back and look at it.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll probably have it up for a while. Yeah, that's true. I forgot
Yeah.
it'll be over. Yeah, because it's this evening.
Yeah. So Kim, since
Hi.
I'm talking to Kim, you can go back and look at it.
Kim is our sister. She's in the middle. She's the middle child.
Yeah. Because I know she be watching our stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And that'll be good for people to watch, because you'll see Minister Farrakhan in a different light.
Yeah.
He actually he grew up playing the violin, and he used to be a calypso singer
I've
before.
heard him play the violin before.
Yeah. So before he joined the nation, he was a calypso singer. He actually performed on some show. I can't remember the name of it, but it was a popular show like in the 50s and stuff. And I think he was a high school student. He actually won this competition. So he was pretty good. And I think he probably could have became like a famous calypso singer like Harry Belafonte, that style of singing. Yeah.
Oh,
So,
interesting.
how?
That's interesting.
Yeah, people always, we talking about how people have a certain view of certain people. So I'm sure people think Miss Farrakhan is only a certain way all the time, but he has a
How
very
the, yeah, how the media be painting him in such a
right,
negative light.
right. Or
It's-
he being an angry black man all the time or something like that.
And I ain't never picked up on that when I heard him speak a few times.
Right. But to see him, playing the violin, that people will see him in a different light.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay, well, that brings us to the I'll be thinking up these names by myself, Angie.
We're gonna have to come up with something before next week.
I like making up stuff. The,
Mm-mm-mm.
charismatically
Ooh, you reaching, girl.
the charismatically positive circle. And then we can do like this every time we say it.
Okay.
Girl. But what you got?
'Cause
Before you do that,
you said
it
good luck.
was it was something else. Before you did that, it was something else that I wanted to
Okay.
show you. And it's funny too. So let me get this up. All right. You see my screen? Okay, here we go.
Hey, what's happening?
See how the baby laying?
The baby slid off his lap.
Because they both were asleep.
That's funny.
But girl, people, I just thought it was funny. People was in the comments, some people talking about um how it's not funny because the baby could have died and all this and that. Like,
But
come
the
on,
baby didn't die.
right? And they was talking about the mama for coming in there and instead of and filming it instead of getting her baby. Obviously, she must have went in there and thought the baby is okay and
Right.
thought it was funny herself, which is why she recorded. People just be reaching,
Yeah. Like the baby heard. She gonna say, "Oh, let me film this real quick."
right? That was funny though.
So I found it, Nikki.
Okay, I'm ready.
So this was do I have a year on here? Oh, actually, this was back in September 2019,
Mhm.
where Angela Bassett received the Icon Award at the 2019 Black Girls Rock. And she gave this speech, which was really good. And part of it, she said, "So when you're told you're not good enough, you tell them, not only am I good enough, I'm more than enough." And I like that quote.
I think I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's one of my favorites.
mine too.
So we're more than good enough.
I like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's stuff be kind of hard to believe or know about yourself, but
Yeah.
it's the truth and we should hear it.
Yeah. That's true.
Mhm.
That's why I try to say I used to say affirmations with Kiana, but I need to get back into it because I had stopped.
Yeah. I never really got into it. Like it'll be like I should say affirmations and I'll say something one day and be done. I've
Mhm.
never done it consistently. So I should
Yeah.
start doing it too. I remember mama used to do this is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. She used to say that every morning.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that.
Yeah.
And I think with Kiana, when she was going to school, it helped me to remember to do it because we would be, we'd be up doing something and then we'd be on the bus and me taking her to school. So I said, oh, let's do an affirmation. But
Mhm.
now it's kind of, it's more relaxed now since we don't have to go out and stuff. But I'm gonna have to just start doing it again because it helped her, but it also helped me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good note to end on. So thank you everyone for watching our show, Two Sisters, A Different Point of View. I have been Nikki, and
And I am Angie.
I guess I'll be Nikki now too. I continue to be Nikki. But thank you for watching our show. Um, like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Um, thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week.
You're gonna be Nikki next week.
I'll be Nikki next week too.
All right. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam, Angie.